Hello, how are you? I hope you all are doing great tonight. I have this adorable transfer. This is Faith Trust and Pixie Dust. Y'all, I love this transfer ever since the first time I saw it. I knew that I had to do something special with it. And I'm hoping that this project tonight will be a win, okay? So this is the Chalk Suede notebook. I just love these. I love notebooks anyways. I'm a little obsessive with them. I hate writing in them. I don't know if you're like me. Hi, Joni, how are you? But I love a fresh notebook. I love taking notes. I do hate writing in them because I always am afraid that I'm going to mess it up. So here's what I've got tonight, okay? I have a notebook. And recently I went to Hobby Lobby and I got paper, okay? I actually thought this was cardstock whenever I first bought it, but that's okay. Hi, Karen. Hi, Lisa. Hey, Stephanie. So what I want to do is I want to try Mod Podging this with doing, decoupage with the paper, okay? It's very thin paper, so I think it might work okay. We're going to do the dry decoupage method, okay, just like we do with napkins, but with paper instead, okay? Now, I think you can do this with cardstock also. With cardstock, you're going to want to cut it, though, with, like, a little X-Acto knife like that, okay? You're not going to be able to use a sanding block or a nail file like you normally would with, like, a napkin, but I'm going to attempt... Like I said, we're going to find out together if this is going to work, okay? So, darn it, my little heat press thing just went off already. Hey, Shirley, how are you? Hi, Tammy. Hey, Gwen. Hi, Lori. Happy Friday to you too, my love. I'm doing wonderful. Thank you, Joni. I got my fridge delivered today, y'all. Thank God. Luckily, we were able to go get a very inexpensive fridge to keep in the garage, just like a cheapo one with the fridge on top, you know. We were blessed to be able to afford one of those. I got it off Facebook Marketplace, actually, used. But we got that for the garage in the meantime, waiting for our fridge to come in, right? And so it came today, and y'all, I embarrassed myself so bad. Okay, so trying to make sure I have this all the way on here. I'm not going all the way to the bind. I'm just like going right up to this binding line right here, okay? Anyway, I embarrassed myself because, okay, I had 2 deliveries scheduled today. Our dining room table and the entertainment center, okay? And the fridge were supposed to come today, okay? So the guy gets here for the fridge, and he's not wearing any kind of branded shirt of any kind. He's got a big moving truck, or like a big white truck that's like a delivery truck. And it looks just like all the same delivery trucks that I've seen pull up to this house about 6,000 times so far of all the stuff that we've had delivered. So many different times now. Hi, Deborah. Hey, Brownie. How are you, ladies? So the guy knocks on the door, rings the doorbell. I come and answer it, and I'm immediately like thinking, this is Rooms to Go delivering my dining room furniture and entertainment center, right? I didn't even ask him what he wants or what he's here for. I just assumed, which was my bad. And so I walk him into the house. I'm like, come on in. I show him around. Oh man, hold on. I can see one little spot down here that I missed, apparently. So I did a very thin layer, okay, and I'm drying it really well before we move on. I want to make sure that I cover every bit of the surface that I want the paper to stick to, okay? And then dry it entirely. You want the whole thing to be completely dry to the touch before we move on. So I bring him in the house, which was fine, and I point out, like, here's the dining room, that's where the dining room table's going, and then I tell him the entertainment center is going to go in here in the living room. I take him in the living room and I start moving. We have a temporary table underneath the TV right now, or we did, to hold like whatever. My PlayStation was sitting on it, right? And so anyway, I take him in there and I'm like, oh, I need to move this table, right? And so I'm like moving the stuff off of it, and then I start moving the table, and it's light. Okay, I could move it myself probably. But he's like, oh, let me help you with that. Okay, so we move this table into the hallway. And then I proceed to tell him, like, okay, my furniture, I'm like making him move all this furniture. And then he tells me, I'm here to deliver a fridge. And I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all, I'm so embarrassed that I've just made this poor, oh gosh, yeah, okay. This poor refrigerator delivery person move furniture for me. That's not his job. 100%, absolutely, without a doubt, is not his job, okay? And I'm like horrified, okay, in my behavior, because I just assumed, I mean, it's not that big of a deal, but I am just so embarrassed, okay? He was so sweet. And I'm sure he was thinking, like, this woman is nuts. But then he's like, I'm here for the fridge. I'm like, oh my gosh, y'all. Yeah, so then he gets, y'all, they were so fast. And then, so they're going to bring the fridge in, right? And they're trying to do it through the front door. And I'm going to try to cut this off with a sanding block, but if that does not work, then we can use a X-Acto knife, okay? But we're going to try first with the sanding block. So then they try to bring it in the front door and it won't fit. Okay, it's huge. And so he tells me I have to take the door off the hinges, y'all, and I'm like, what now? I'm like, not entirely comfortable with that, but I mean, do what you gotta do, my guy. Whatever. I mean, I assume he does it all the time because he was very comfortable just telling me this door's coming off. So I'm like, okay, that's cool, I guess. So they get the door off the hinges and get that sucker in, right? And there he is, like, doing it. All right, they weren't here for very long. So he's installing the fridge, and the other guy's out there putting the door back on the hinges. And then the rooms to go guy rings the doorbell, right? So he comes in and I show him around, and I'm like showing him where the furniture goes, like the right guy this time. He comes into the kitchen because the kitchen's on the way to the living room. And I tell the other guy for the fridge, I'm like, see, I told you I had furniture coming today. I'm not just a jerk having you move furniture for me. But anyways, so yeah, we had a bit of an adventure today with that. So this is working pretty darn well. Now, I would not recommend this for, hi Rainy, how are you? Not recommend this for any kind of cardstock, okay? But for paper, it's working fabulous. Okay, I think I need a little bit more Mod Podge down here. I'm also going to try and... So I am using an 80 grit sandpaper. I'm trying my best not to tear this paper up, okay? Which, down here, I don't know why I'm struggling so much more than I did a minute ago. Okay. So... now, that looks really cool. I'm loving this rainbow effect. Now, you could do the front and the back cover. I'm going to just do the front cover with the paper. So, there's that. This is the chalk suede notebook from my shop. And I do want to add a little bit. Well, maybe I can just, let's see. Oh. Y'all, this thing is so janky. I got this on Amazon because my Cricut one died randomly and quit wanting to heat up. It is so ghetto, this thing is. It is garbage. So don't buy this pink and white one off of Amazon, please. I really want to throw it out, but it still heats up. It's just like hanging on there. I don't know what's up with that. Okay, so let me see if I can heat that up just a little bit more. I don't want to scorch this, but I really would like for it to stick really well down here at the bottom. I don't know why it's not, but I think that's better now. So basically just reactivate the glue with your heat press. Now you can use a big heat press if you like. If that's all you got, you don't have to go buy one of those little mini ones, okay? It's definitely not required. I love mine for little ink projects and for decoupage. Okay, so there's that. I do kind of want to, now I do like to do this with the nail file. Hit it after the fact with the nail file after the sanding block has done most of the work for you. Just to kind of clean it up a little bit, okay? Oops. So, because the edge is a little bit rough from that. 80 grit is kind of rough. Hi, Mom. How are you? Hey, Phyllis. So, we used paper. This is paper on the chalk suede notebook to decoupage, okay? I have this transfer, and I want to make a little prayer book, okay? So, I love this transfer so much. The Faith, Trust, and Pixie Dust. You can comment the word faith to get the supplies to make this, okay? And these notebooks are in my shop. They are super cheap. Great little gifts, y'all. Just imagine. This one is the pink and white one. I got it on Amazon, and this part is like hanging off. It wasn't like that when I first got it, but it has started to become like that. Sorry, I'm like, I don't know. I'm very, I have some drainage going on today. My sinuses are like, ugh. So, yeah, that, I don't know, that little thing. I loved my little Cricut one, but one day it just quit. It decided it wasn't going to work anymore. And I ended up buying that one because it was cheap. It was like the cheapest one I could find on Amazon. And you know, look, your girl is cheap. All right. Now, my shirt may say that I'm expensive, but that's when other people are paying. Okay. Now, when I'm having to buy something, I'm like looking for the deals. So that's why I bought that one. And it is not the best thing I've ever owned. By the way, you like my shirt, Expensive, Difficult, and Talks Back. Isn't that super fun? I love this shirt. I just got it. I ordered it again on Amazon. No, I'm a freaking nightmare, okay? I got a letter in the mail from Amazon saying, welcome to the neighborhood. Which I have never gotten a letter from Amazon telling me welcome to the neighborhood. And all the times I've moved. So that's the thing. I guess I've spent so much money with them just since we moved in that they're like, oh man, this lady, now she's in Texas, huh? That's what they're saying. So, anyway, hey Laura, how are you? I'm all moved into my new house. I am fuzzing this really, like extra fuzzing, okay? Because this is paper. I did wax it already. I don't want to tear this paper, okay? That is the very last thing I want to do here. We are making a prayer book. Somehow I just got something weird on here. I don't know what that is. Oh, it's like a piece of fuzz. I don't know. It was a big red piece of fuzz. I thought it looked almost like chalk there for a second. And I feel like the light in this room is just awful. It is absolutely horrible. They absolutely are, Karen. I guarantee you. I mean, I'm sure the Amazon delivery drivers are not crying because I left. Because I joke all the time. Excuse me, I'm gassy. I don't know what's going on with me. I joke all the time. Every time I see one of the like Amazon semis, that's for me. Yes, absolutely, Michelle. Totally true. And I messed up ordering that cheapo. But, you know, I had the nice Cricut heat press, the little mini one, and it just died one day. And I tried to get support on it from Cricut, and they wouldn't do anything for me. And I'm going like, well, that's pretty rude. I purchased it from Hobby Lobby. I would like for you guys to give me some kind of idea of what I can do, but no. And I mean, I don't expect everything to be under warranty, but I expect my heat press to work more than 2 years. I don't use it solid every day. So we're going to use Shimmer Plum. You can comment the word faith. You're right, Lori. I need to have one made that says that. I can do that. All right, this is Shimmer Plum. Just getting a little bit on this squeegee, and I'm going to pull that right over the silk screen. Oh, I love this. This is going to be so cute. So how great would these be for your girlfriends, your church friends, grandkids, daughters, as little gifts for little notebooks, or just, like I said, little prayer books. I love it. Or, I mean, even like a list book. Y'all, I make a list like almost every single day of the things I have to finish and do, and the errands I have to run, or else I forget. Even of things that come to my mind, I gotta write it down, because I will think of something and then I'll say like, oh, there's no way I'm gonna forget that. And then a couple hours go by and I'm like, what was that I was thinking about? Can't remember, not even a little bit. So definitely need a place to write down my thoughts. Yeah, I don't buy everything inexpensively. So my furniture that I just bought, I wanted to get nice furniture. Although we did have, Chris and I had cheapo furniture at our last house, and it actually did pretty darn well, surprisingly. And it looked really nice, but it was extremely cheap. But I wanted to splurge on that. So look how cute that looks. I'm loving it on the little rainbow print. Now, I have some straw stuff. I forget what this is called. Perfect for stocking stuffers. Exactly. Bible study groups would be the greatest place. Or even like, I know like Ivy always used to love to give her friends, you know, they would do, she would have to buy something for like a whole group of girls, and this kind of thing would be absolute perfection. And these books are so cheap, y'all. They're like, I think they're like $7-8. Yeah, and Michelle, speaking of stocking stuffers, so I saw a really smart thing the other day, and I just love that idea that this lady was saying that she starts buying gifts and has a bag for each person in like her extra room or whatever at her house. And as she sees stuff for like, let's say I see something for mom, so I have a bag for mom, and she just takes it home and puts it in that person's bag. And then if she needs a last minute gift, a birthday gift, anything, Christmas gift for that person, then she just goes and raids that bag for a gift for that person, and doesn't have to worry about trying to find something at the last minute and like struggling to find somebody a gift when you can be looking all year. I think that idea is amazing. I love it. Now, I would love to do it, but I would end up buying so much stuff because I just love shopping. Whether it's for me or for others, I love shopping, y'all. I'm like, it gives me the thrill, you know, that little bit of dopamine. And I just love it. I was thinking the other day, I drove by Target because I've been leaving my house every day now that I live in Texas. Look how cute this is. Isn't that adorable? So you can get this by commenting the word faith. But yeah, I was driving by Target the other day and I was thinking like, I really need to go into Target. I don't know what I need from Target. I really don't need anything. But I need to go into Target and let Target tell me what I need. But I didn't because my bank account was like screaming. Hi Rachel, how are you? Look how cute this turned out. I hope you love it. comment the word faith to get the supplies to make this. And y'all, you can add a couple of these books in here into your cart, and buy 3 get 1 free for paste and ink. So add as many as you want into your cart. Every 4th jar is going to be free, okay? Seriously. Yeah, I know, Deborah. Anyways, I love you all. I hope you have a wonderful evening, and we will talk very soon, okay? See ya.